I don't want to believe it. In a way, I still can't. But the evidence shows that Kaito must be the one who died. I hate it. I hate it so much. But it's the truth.
I see. If that's the conclusion you've arrived at, Shuichi, then there must be no mistake.
Then the one here is...
Looks like I messed around too much.
Sorry, that was just a little joke.
What a sick joke! You're still an asshole.
True, and I can't forgive him. But we still need to stay calm, be rational. Because we need to get to the truth of Kaito's death.
Yeah! Just keep calm and carry on!
Why are you saying that? What part of that was calm?
Getting back on topic, why don't we examine the crossbow a little more closely? I think we need to get all the facts straight, so we don't fall for any more lies.
I agree, but... what do you think, Maki? Fine.
Okay, let's discuss that then.
Why are you acting like you're in charge of things?
So if we assume that Kaito and I shot each other with a crossbow, then the most efficient way to solve this is to set up a timeline of events.
Makes sense. Who shot who first and when?
Hey, I said, why are you...
Alrighty then! Let the debate begin!
Let's see, what do we got? Crossbow, 3 arrows. Do I finally get to use the 3 arrows?
What was even going on?
As if you need to ask, you were there! The crossbow was in Kaito's possession first. He probably fired the first shot at Kokichi too.
Disassemble crossbow. So Kaito must have had it first, at least, because he needed to be the one to assemble it.
Then Kokichi
That doesn't necessarily mean
disarmed
he
Kaito,
fired
took the
it
crossbow,
first.
and returned fire.
I didn't take the crossbow from Kaito. I secretly brought a different one!
Yeah, I don't
But
believe
only
that.
one crossbow was taken. The other 2 are still in my research lab. Still, only one arrow was fired. So how could they both shoot each other?
No, there
By
weren't.
the way,
There wasn't only one arrow.
My wound is still aching something fierce.
Please tell me I finally get to use the 3
When
arrows.
the crossbow fired,
Yes! Let's get to the point. Screw the rest of this testimony. I need to use this 3 arrows. These 3 arrows, whatever.
Crossbow.
No, not quite, not quite.
Still, only
Right here!
That's wrong!
Yes, finally got to use it!
Wait, Himiko. What do you mean, one arrow?
Well, I only gave Kaito one arrow, so...
What? No, seriously, what?
Are you positive?
Of course! There's no way I got that wrong!
Well then, that's strange, because... there were 3 arrows in the back room, remember?
3? I know I only gave him 1! Kaito even told me to only bring him 1. He said he wanted to avoid fighting.
There were 3 arrows at the scene, but Himiko said that she only brought 1. What is going on here?
Maybe Kokichi had some hidden away?
Why would Kokichi have 2 arrows when he didn't have a crossbow to fire them?
But we know for certain that 3 arrows were recovered from the scene. And all 3 arrows had blood on them.
And altogether, their clothes had 3 perforations in them. So we know for certain that they shot 3 arrows at each other.
Then where did those arrows come from? I don't think that Himiko is lying. There must be some angle to this we haven't considered yet. What is it? What could have happened? Think. I need to think. Sight taxi. Holy shit. Alright. I can figure this out. I still need to remember to find a hidden Monokuma as well. Because we haven't had reason to look out for one yet during this class trial. Thank God I remembered about it though. It's got to be one of these, right? Okay. Gotta think. Did Kaito get the arrows himself? That is possible. How many arrows did Himiko give Kaito? Well, this one's easy. Just 1. At least that's the one that makes sense. Shit, this one, right here. I'm guessing the next question is going to be along the lines of, where did Kaito get the other arrows? He must have gotten it from the research lab. Maki's research lab, right? That's the one that makes sense. Holy shit, how did I miss all of those? Okay. Oh god, don't hit the other cars. For God's sake. Crap. Well, all the arrows inside the hangar. I don't think so. Maybe. From the start. I'm gonna say no. He had to have gotten them outside, because why would there be arrows on the inside? I'm gonna go with no. So the last question has to be, where did he get them? Which means he went to Maki's research lab? That's the only thing I can think of. Either that, or Maki gave him more arrows? That's also a possibility. Oh god, jeez. My driving is really bad. Oh god. This is what happens when you try to drive and think at the same time. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me actually... There we go. Oh god. Oh god. Don't hit! Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. I got this. Got this. This is fine. It's gonna be Maki. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Well, it's a bit of a gamble, but let's give it a go. It's got to be a third party. Did everyone just secretly talk to Kaito at some point during the night? Because it seems that way.
Could it be that the additional arrows were brought in by a third party?
A third party? So someone besides Kokichi or Himiko?
That's just a guess, though. There's no way a third party exists.
If a third party did exist, why would they bring 2 arrows?
Kaito was the only one with a crossbow. I made sure I handed it to him.
Kaito said he only needed 1 arrow. Clearly, he didn't want to fight.
Yeah, that's right.
So the other 2 arrows weren't for Kaito. They were for the third party to use themselves.
So the third party didn't hand the arrows through the window. Instead, they went into the hangar and shot the crossbow themselves?
Impossible. There was an alarm system and an electric barrier around the hangar.
Yeah. That hangar should have been completely closed off, right?
It was completely closed off, but can we confirm that? I feel like there might be another way. Some way that we haven't figured out yet. I'm overlooking something. Think! What method did the third party use to enter the hangar? Oh shit, we're doing this. Shit, I've actually forgotten. There we go. Yeah. Oh, Exisal? I just saw the X and I was just like, that's gotta be it. Because the alarm goes off whenever the Exisals need to go in. So they snuck in with the Exisal. Holy shit, that's kind of genius. Also, I'm really hoping that there's no hidden Monokuma around here because I'm about to solve the puzzle. Let me just check one more time, just for my own sanity's sake. It seems like we're good. Okay.
I see now.
That's it! The Exisal! The Exisal could be used to enter the hangar. We couldn't get in because of the alarm system and the electric barrier. But that shouldn't have been a problem for any of the Exisals, right? So if you wanted to enter the hangar, all you had to do was pilot an Exisal.
I saw an Exisal enter the hangar last night. So was this third party piloting it?
By the way, I just want to confirm something with Monokuma. Would the alarm still go off if there was a person inside an Exisal?
Well, I wasn't trying to keep this secret, but since it's about the details of the hangar, I guess I can tell you guys. It makes sense that the alarm system and electric barrier wouldn't react to an Exisal. After all, the hangar is where the Exisals are supposed to be stored. It'd be a hassle to disable the security every time an Exisal comes and goes, you know? So even if someone is inside an Exisal, the security system wouldn't catch them. Because it'd be a hassle to leave the Exisal every time you have to put it away.
So it's like Shuichi said? A third party got in an Exisal and entered the hangar? But can just anyone pilot an Exisal?
Well, Kokichi,
It's surprisingly easy. If you use both hands, both feet, and both nipples, you can do it.
Why nipples?
Nipples too!
Why are you so distraught?
Anyway, this third party commandeered an Exisal and infiltrated the hangar. That same person must have brought the other 2 arrows with them.
I told you that's impossible.
Huh?
There's no way you can get through security if you pilot an Exisal. It's not possible.
What? Not possible.
Maki, what are you talking about? What are you thinking? What do you know? What are you trying to hide? And why? Why won't you tell me? Holy shit, this just keeps on going and going.
if someone was piloting the exisal.
What was the hatch electronic lock again? 2 exisals at the scene of the crime. One was in storage with its cockpit closed. The other was in the middle of the hangar with its hatch open and its cockpit exposed. There is enough space in the cockpit for one person. There is an electronic lock on the hatch that only the monocubs can open.
They could have used it to enter the hangar.
That's not possible.
Is operating the exisal really that difficult?
Do we even know how to get inside an exisal? Outside the hangar, there were 4 exisals. And they were all moving too.
I was
4
controlling them.
exisals. Hang on. The day before the body was discovered, the exisals surrounding Monokuma in a courtyard were given commands to observe his movements via the remote control Kokichi had.
Remotely.
The electro hammers weren't an option. Yesterday, all the hammers were still recharging.
There's no way to stop an exisal. So getting inside one would have been impossible.
You're
Damn
right,
it, was
it's
that it?
impossible.
Shit! I didn't react in
Someone
time.
was piloting the exisal. They could have used.
Use the electro hammer. Found in the ground near the 3 exisals in the cyber courtyard. Someone used one.
it to enter the hangar.
That's not possible.
Hang on. Where was it?
Exisals. And they were all moving too.
Them remotely.
Controlling them
The electro
remotely.
hammers weren't an option. Yesterday,
No.
all the
Nope.
recharging.
That's wrong!
There was one left over. That was used in the hangar.
Wait, not all of the electro hammers were being charged. I know because I found one. There was a used electro hammer near Monokuma and the exisals.
That electro hammer used by the third party? Maybe they used it to disable an exisal.
Yes, I think so. When I saw them last afternoon, there were 4 exisals. But this morning, there were only 3.
I noticed that too. Was the missing exisal taken by this third party?
That is certainly possible.
Shuichi is getting warmer. How about you say the answer right now? Who did it? Who is this third party?
The identity of the third party. The electro hammer gives us a clue. I saw 4 exisals at the scene yesterday when I went to meet up with Kaito. This morning, when we were trying to get into the hangar, there were 3. The culprit must have used the electro hammer between yesterday afternoon and this morning. There's only one person among us that I can think could do that. Is this why you were so nervous? Hey, Maki?
It's you! Maki, you're the third party we're looking for, aren't you?
What? It's Maki?
What are you saying?
Remember what Kokichi said.
Runs out of battery pretty quickly. Run out of juice in just one shot.
The electro hammer needs to be recharged for 24 hours after it runs out of battery. That hammer was used last afternoon, so it couldn't have been used this morning.
Oh, right. When we were all gathered in the dining hall this morning.
Maki, where's your electro hammer? I don't need it. I'd rather not use the weapon I'm unfamiliar with. So she brought the knife. That was definitely a good cover.
Maki was the only one without an electro hammer, wasn't she?
Knowing that, The electro hammer I found could only have belonged to Maki. And that leads me to the conclusion that Maki must be the third party.
So now the question is, why? Well, I have a good guess why, but I want to hear it from her mouth.
She also knows how to assemble the crossbow and could have returned it to her lab later.
You brought a different crossbow than the one Kaito had, right?
Maki took 2 arrows and her own crossbow from her lab, disabled the exisal with an electro hammer, and infiltrated the hangar. Now we just have to figure out what happened after.
I'll play the logic.
We're doing this dance again, are we?
Why are you doing this?
What?
Why are you getting in my way?
Getting in your way? Maki, what are you...
Yes, I'm the third party.
So you admit it?
Huh?
I admit to going into the hangar with an exisal, and then shooting the crossbow. I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the culprit!
Well, we'll see. I don't want to believe it, and honestly...
You're right. I used the electro hammer, and I used the exisal to enter the hangar too. I
Jesus
also
Christ,
shot
these
the
are fast.
crossbow there. However, I'm not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
It's no use, she's not listening to me at all, but I can't back down here.
You're right. I used the electro hammer, and I used the exisal to enter the hangar too. I also shot the crossbow there. However, I'm not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
Okay, let's
The
advance.
crossbow is not the murder weapon? What do you mean?
The arrows left holes in my clothes. Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back. An arrow
Damn
to
it!
each of those spots
There we go.
wouldn't result in a fatal injury. That's why the crossbow can't be the murder weapon.
Jesus Christ, she's going so
Therefore,
fast.
I'm not the culprit.
Ah! I don't want to think that Maki is the culprit. I want to believe her. The way she's scrambling to defend herself.
The arrows left holes in my clothes.
You're the one who used the poison.
Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back.
Damn it!
An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
Ah, shit.
That's
Didn't
why
mean to
the
do that.
crossbow can't be the murder weapon. Therefore, I'm not.
I shouldn't be swinging so wildly, but it's really hard. Okay.
The arrows left
One
holes in
one
my
last try.
clothes.
Let's do this.
Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back. An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in.
Let's do it!
I'll cut through your words.
You poisoned the tips of the crossbow bolts.
It wouldn't matter where the arrow hit if it were poisoned.
Poison?
I noticed something about the poison in my lab during the investigation. There was just a little less in the bottle than before. If that poison had been applied to those arrows, they would have been lethal, no matter where they connected.
Maki, do you have a rebuttal?
What's the matter? Why don't you say anything? Don't tell me. Are you really the culprit?
There's no way she is! Cause why would she kill Kaito?
I can't understand if you don't explain anything!
Maki is still fighting.
Huh? Fighting?
Do you remember that Maki said she would do anything to defeat Kokichi? Maki is trying to kill Kokichi in this class trial. She wants to kill the mastermind, a remnant of despair.
Then when Maki said she would sacrifice anything, she meant...
The sacrifice that Maki was talking about must be Kaito's life. She tends to give up Kaito's life.
Damn it!
But not just that, no! She means all of us.
That's it! She plans to sacrifice all of our lives in order to kill Kokichi.
Sacrifice us?
Then, by hiding the truth, Maki was trying to get us to arrive at the wrong answer. Just to kill Kokichi and the rest of us along with him?
Doesn't that mean that Maki's the culprit?
She knew what happened and tried to hide it from us.
But that mischievous plan was ruined, all thanks to Shuichi here. Too bad, Maki. I already predicted this would happen.
You knew all along that Maki was the culprit. That's why you've been so calm.
This isn't over. Maybe we do have the truth now, but this isn't over. We have a choice to make. We don't have to follow where the evidence leads.
Huh? What do you mean?
Does this mean you're gonna vote for someone else, even if it's not the truth?
Someone else? You mean vote incorrectly on purpose?
What did you say?
It's a bit insane, Shuichi.
Kaito told me that only I would be able to grasp what lies beyond the truth. That means finding the truth is not enough. We need to grasp the hope just beyond it. So Maki, please tell us the truth. The truth that only you know.
So Kaito said that to you. Then, does that mean you guys made up before he died?
Yeah, when I went to see him yesterday.
I see. Okay, I'll talk about it. Especially since it's my responsibility for involving everyone. Shuichi, you're so persistent. Were you always like that?
You think so? Maybe Kaito's charisma is starting to rub off on me.
That guy could be pretty stubborn.
Then, what really happened?
Maki, please tell us.
Please.
Please.
And so, Maki began telling the truth. A truth that would leave us all in shock.
Do you need to narrate?
Don't just start narrating things, you're ruining the mood!
I'm glad someone pointed it out.
Well, I guess this turn of events isn't exactly boring either.
Oh, you dick video game, I want to know.